Watch out. Taser.
If it walks like a duck, if it talks like a duck, and it looks like a duck, well, by God, it must be a duck. Welcome to the show. I'm John Masters, and you're not. This is MR. We're too stupid, just too simple-minded to buy all the bullshit. So be an MR. Wear your stupidity with pride. Swag coming soon. America. You gotta love it. We are free. We are free to do anything that we want. In fact, we can choose any government, corporate, or corporation to go to work for. That's free. As a matter of fact, we can pick any kind of job to do, as long as we can afford the college. But we're free. Now, as a matter of fact, if I don't want to work for a corporation, which is where the majority of the jobs are, I can open my own business. I can work for myself because I'm free. Oh, wait. As long as it doesn't compete with the corporations directly, because if it does do so, I am going to have to go through all of the regulations and all the permitting processes to be approved to be able to do that, which is going to probably run me thousands and thousands of dollars. It's a pretty cool way that the lobbyists were able to create a situation to where you're still free, even though you can't do it. Now that's a cool racket. Stifle any competition that's not in the good old boys club. As a matter of fact, I am free, and I know it because I've been told this from politicians all the way through the media. Everybody in the media tells me this. My teachers have told me this. My neighbors, in fact, even my parents have told me that I'm free. Well, you know what? I want to take a look at something because, you know, as a free person, I know, and I have this bond and trust with the government to where I know if a cop tells me something, like I'm free to leave, then I'm free to leave, right? Because I'm free. Well, maybe not. All right, let's take a look at the backstory before we get into the body cam footage. So you know what's going on.
The man who's complaining about this, the man in that video who was arrested and beaten up by police is Kedrick Crawford. He says the incident occurred on July 6th back there in the parking lot of this gas station here in Baytown. And he says it all happened for no reason. And he says the video that you are about to see, that video from the body camera of a Baytown police officer, underscores what he believes happened to him. And that is that he was attacked for no reason. You're looking at the start of what turned out to be an arrest Kedrick Crawford says shouldn't have happened. He's in the T-shirt, standing in front of the white Lincoln when, seemingly, two Baytown police officers approached him. The video from one of the arresting officers' body camera. The officer then says he wanted to make sure there wasn't an AK or a sawed-off shotgun in Crawford's car. The officers then asked to search the car. Crawford approves, but is unsure as to what's going on and grows frustrated. He says he's done nothing wrong.
All right, after the video, we're going to give you the rest of the story. What happened and what this man was thinking. It's important stuff, and we got to check it out. Now, I want to also let you know I got some guest hosts that are coming in to help out with this video. And they're experts at that different dimension that cops live in, where the rules just don't apply. So they're going to be helping out.
All right. How you doing? Good, man. You ain't got no weapons or nothing? All right, you want to come over and talk to me real quick? You got out kind of quick. Nah, man, so I was making contact because you were here for a while. And then you backed out, and you went back over here. You backed in. I just make sure you're not drunk or something.
No, I'm looking for stuff in my car.
All right. Hey, I'm gonna make sure you ain't got no weapons. Can I pat you down real quick? All right, man. I just want to check you out, make sure everything's okay, man. I saw you back. You were about to.
All right, guys, from the Mystery Theater 3000 say, first rule of engagement. And yes, this is an engagement. How do I know? Because this cop says so.
And now all of a sudden you're a warrior, and you're not just a warrior for yourself. You're a warrior for the people behind you, and for your spouse, and for your kids, and for your community.
Listen, beware officer friendly. In the bizarro world of the police, your rights do not exist. So let's put some common sense into this, okay? Let me give you a way to relate this. Let's take off his magic suit. If I'm standing in a city and somebody comes up to me as friendly as these cops, I know they want something, right? I know I'm being conned. They got a con going. So ask yourself, what is it the police want?
You're not on the road and then you backed up. What's up with that?
My GPS, GPS on the phone.
Where you trying to go, man? Because you got out of the car pretty quick. There's no guns in the car today? Alright, dude, I was making sure it wasn't a freaking AK back there or anything, sawed off, nothing like that, right? Okay, good. No switchblades, nothing like that. Okay. You ain't got kilos, bricks, birds back there, nothing like that.
Bird, well, if it was a bird, it'd be flying in the air, right?
Okay, okay.
Birds? Birds fly in the air, right?
Some, yeah. Okay, so, but nothing bad in the car today, man?
Nothing bad in the car.
Alright, any narcotics in the car today? A little bit of weed? No paraphernalia?
Paraphernalia.
Nothing like that, okay. Have you been arrested in Baytown before, man?
No, I haven't.
Alright, have you ever been arrested before or anything?
No, sir.
Did your driver's license through Texas?
Yes, sir.
I was waiting on you, man. I was waiting on this return real quick, okay. So while I'm waiting on the return, is it cool if I make sure nothing bad in the car today?
I mean, you want to search the car, you can search it.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're right.
I don't have a problem.
Listen, guys, we bring this up all the time, and this is going to be exactly why. First, you don't talk to the police. What he's doing is he's allowing himself to be in a voluntary investigation. When questioned, your response is, I do not answer questions without my attorney present. The only other thing that you should say besides that is this: I do not consent to any searches of anything without my attorney present. And again, you ask why? Well, let's find out.
Okay, yes, no big deal, man. Hey, you mind if I check your pockets, make sure you ain't got nothing? I can?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just want to make sure, man.
I got a little mace can.
Okay, I'm going to grab that so I don't get... I'm not saying you will, I just know.
Sir, you totally searched my car. I mean, what's going on? I don't understand.
What do you mean? I searched it. Yeah, you go ahead and search. That's what's going on right now.
I don't understand.
What do you not understand, sir? Hey, I'm gonna put your pepper spray back here.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing to it, man. No need to be tripping or nothing.
Okay, so what's the issue? I don't understand.
Honestly, you're nervous. I'm seeing some nervous behavior.
Why wouldn't I be? I mean, I'm not nervous. What I'm saying, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm just checking you out, man. You gave us consent
I
to
don't have
search.
any warrants, right?
Nope, but hey, you said, oh, this is consensual. You're staying here. You gave us consent to search. So yeah, we're gonna search it. You know, I mean, and we haven't found nothing in there.
I got insurance, everything. What's
Okay,
going on?
and what does that have to do with anything?
So when am I free to go?
At any point in a police encounter, if you are feeling as if you are being detained or you are not free to leave, then you have to ask, officer, am I being detained or am I free to leave? Generally speaking, when a cop says you're free to leave, you're free to leave. Well, most of the time.
Whenever, man.
Whenever?
Yeah. All right, put your hand in my back.
What did I do?
Don't tense up, dude.
What did I
Oh,
do?
freaking drop you.
What did I do? What's going on? I don't have anything. What's going on?
I'm taking the ground.
Sir, I didn't do anything.
Put it behind your back.
What's going on? What's going on? I don't know what's going on, sir.
You got his hand?
Yep. What's going on?
129 repeat.
What's going on?
129, we're fighting.
Put your hand behind your back. I'm going to tase
Sir,
you.
I'm just doing it.
Put your hand in your back.
Clear. All units.
Put your hand behind your back.
Now, for all you cop lovers out there, and I know you're going to be posting this, he shouldn't have resisted. He should have just let himself get arrested. Why fight the cops? If he wouldn't have, the search would have been done and he'd have been on his way. But here, let's take a look at something. In fact, you're going to find it quite interesting. Citizens may resist unlawful arrest to the point of taking an officer's life if necessary. Plummer versus State. The premise was upheld by the Supreme Court of the United States in the case of John Bad Elk versus U.S. So these are the facts. I mean, all of you cop lovers want the facts, and just the facts. Okay, here's the facts. He said he's free to leave. He never placed him under arrest, nor did they find anything to arrest him for.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Put your hands behind your back. Relax. Stop pulling away. Careful, the leaves are all over here. Put your hands behind your back. Roll him towards me. We're gonna put this hand behind your back. Let him roll his way. I got this arm. Alright? I got this arm. Okay. Keep going. Yeah, I got this hand. Bring his other one around. I got one arm. You get the other arm. Hey man, give him your arm, dude. You're bleeding your ass off. Give him your arm. Alright. Let him give him just a little bit so he can get his arm. Stop. Hey dude. Roll your arm over. Roll your arm over.
Roll your arm over right now, man.
Roll your arm over. Huh?
How much you have?
Roll him my way.
I'm good.
Roll him up. Face up. Give me your arm, man.
We've got a bunch of pills individually packaged.
Alright. Go ahead and cuff him.
Slow down, send him a message.
Now, I know you all have questions, such as, what happened after this incident? What does Mr. Crawford have to say? Will this video ever end? Well, let's find out.
And by this time, I couldn't breathe at all. I was being punched while I was in the headlock.
Crawford today with civil rights attorney Ben Crump calling for justice. The Baytown Police Department says Crawford resisted arrest after officers found pills in small plastic bags similar to narcotics for sale. He wasn't charged with any drug possession, by the way. Crawford says that they were antibiotics for a spider bite, yet no one gave him a chance to clarify.
No, sir, please don't kill me, sir. You're killing me, sir. You're gonna kill me.
So the question is, how can you justify doing him like this after you just told him he was free to go?
That's a central question tonight. This statement from the Baytown Police Department sent to us reads in part, quote, "The incident has been turned over to our Internal Affairs Division and is currently being investigated. Our Internal Affairs investigators have made numerous attempts to speak with Mr. Crawford and accommodate him in making that happen. However, they have not been successful in that." Crawford and his legal team, meantime, saying that they're calling on the Justice Department to investigate this claim, as well as others within the Baytown Police Department, as they say the Baytown Police Department has a problem with police brutality. Coming up on Channel 2 News at 6, more on that and their plea not only to the Baytown Police Department, but also Harris County District Attorney Kim Ogg. Again, that's coming up not at 6, but on Channel 2 News at 5. Live for you tonight in Baytown, I'm Brandon Walker, KPRC Channel 2 News.
All right, boys and girls, what did we learn today? Well, number one, the police are not your friends. If you're not calling them and they're just walking up to you, they want to engage in a voluntary investigation. Why do they want to engage in this voluntary investigation? Because they want to find out if there's something to bust you on. When the cop starts to ask questions, what do you say? Yes, that's right. You say, "I do not answer questions unless my attorney is present." If the cop persists in asking questions, what do? You ask, "Am I being detained or am I free to leave?" If he says you're free to leave, start to walk away. If he does arrest you, now you know what's up. It's more serious than you thought, and you haven't gotten your butt in trouble by opening up your mouth. While I haven't been able to uncover any statistics stating this, I have to say, and I'm almost positive I'm right, the vast majority of people incriminate themselves. If you don't do so, you're probably not going to be arrested. They just won't have a case. We learned, yes, you can defend yourself when you're being illegally arrested. And last but not least, a very long-term important question, we know where Sesame Street is. I'm John Masters. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.